Hello and welcome to Tarot Pal. If you're a returning subscriber, a big hug because you are a part of Tarot Pal family and you chose to support me at the very beginning of my journey. You'll always remain special to me. If you're new here or you've just happened to, come across this reading, we do 3 to 4 videos every week. There's already a schedule at play. So every Wednesday there's a career based reading. Every Thursday there's a Sai Baba oracle message. Every Friday there is a relationship reading. Every Sunday there's a next 7 days energy check-in that I do. Beyond that, of course, there are astrology transit pick a card readings, and there are additional monthly reads, as well as some fun pick a card readings like the one I recently did. Who is your future spouse? I will link all the description, in all the links in the description box below. Please don't forget to check out the other readings. If this one, if you like this one, I'm pretty sure there'll be some great content for you and some great guidance in the other readings. These are general readings, so please remember that not every message is meant to fit for you, and don't try to fit every message within a pile. It's very possible for you to feel attracted to more than one pile because, again, these are general readings. I'm asking the universe to give me a collective message for everybody who picks that pile. So there might be multiple messages for you. Sometimes you might feel, called to listen to the entire read because there might be guidance and rituals that you like in all three of them, which you might want to try. That said, today we're going to do pick a card reading to understand what are the next big opportunities and blessings that you can expect. I haven't put a time frame around when these blessings or opportunities show up. I'm going to try and keep this fluid, but in case I do see a specific time frame, of course, I'll bring that up. You have 3 options to pick from. Either you can pick from the images. If you are a Hindu or you are in India, you might already be aware about who they are. I'll quickly show you a image close up. So that's Radharani. That's option 1. Yamuna Devi. That's option 2. And Sheshnag. That's option 3. Okay. If you want to pick from the crystals, that's your pile 1. This is celandonite and apholite. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I am not too good with crystal name pronunciation. These are anyway so hard. So, okay. This is your option 1. I hope you guys can see that. This is a beautiful piece of citrine as your option 2. Wow. True. Okay, that's option 2. And this beautiful labradorite. Okay, look at the stunning rainbows on this. Okay, this beautiful labradorite is option 3. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. There would be a shorter summary posted of this reading on the Instagram account in a couple of days. Don't forget to follow me on Tarot Pal Tarot Talks on Instagram because there is additional content I post there which does not show up on the YouTube. With that said, you can pause the video and in case you need more time, and I'll see you in your pile. To those of you who's picked pile 1 or this beautiful celandonite apholite crystal, okay, first of all, I have many blessings and messages coming in here, so we'll take one at a time and hopefully I'm not going to forget anything. Where do we start with? Okay. First of all, clearly there are better relationships coming, to you, okay? Your existing relationships will deepen, will strengthen, and there will be better relationships, better people that you would attract into your life. Now, when I say relationships, of course, that means across the spectrum. So love, friendship, colleagues, acquaintances, your, outer as well as your inner network. Primarily, better souls or people who are more in alignment with who you are and what you like. That is definitely the first blessing that's coming in. You're attracting more people around you who resonate with your core value system, who would be better matches for you, who would complement your, skills and traits, and a lot of teamwork as an energy which would rise in the next 3 to 6 months, I would say, in your life. You're going to attract a lot of people who are in that teamwork energy. There's a lot of collaborative energy that comes into your play. Okay. there's clearly a very strong relationship reading, okay, around this pile for you, okay. I always go by what energies show up. So while this was not specific to love, whoever's picked this pile, clearly relationships and romantic love is something that is going to, become your next big blessing, if I may say that. First of all, if you're single, and I have multiple messages, like I said. If you're single, who's not yet met or hasn't recognized your twin flame, you're coming into a union with the twin flame. It's going to be a serendipitous meeting, and there'd be sparks flying from the minute you meet this person, okay? You're going to probably, these are very specific messages, so obviously it does not apply to everyone who's listening, but to some of you, this will play out that, it'll be the first date, and not everybody kisses on the first date, but in this one, you surely will, okay? There's going to be this ground-breaking, earth-shattering kiss that comes up. I also want you to focus on the butterfly and the snake that you see on this, okay? Butterflies is an energy of transformation, okay? It always represents coming out of the cocoon and the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. The snake is an extremely healing, intuitive, psychic, energy that it represents, right? So this is a divine feminine and a divine masculine coming together in a union wherein the divine masculine has gone through a lot of transformation, right? And the divine feminine has grown into her inner power, has healed her inner wounds, and come into union with this person. A beautiful relationship is definitely on the cards for this pile if you're single. If you're already in a relationship or you are in a complicated situation, there is healing coming for you for this relationship, okay? There's going to be more balance, more clarity. There's going to be better communication between you and your partner. If there has been harsh words exchanged, there's going to be a strong healing energy that comes in. Throat chakra clearing and throat chakra balancing is definitely something that comes to me with temperance showing up. How grounded do you feel? If you'd like to try some yoga poses and some mudras around, like the mountain pose is a great yoga pose to ground yourself, okay? The one-legged, the tree, that's another pose that represents the temperance energy. So primarily focusing a lot on how are you communicating. Are your words effective? Are they kind? Are they really expressing the message that you want to give is something that as an energy that you need to focus on, okay? There are going to be great opportunities for you to connect with people who are in alignment with your life purpose, your destiny, your higher calling in life. Whatever your soul came here to do, you're going to start meeting those kind of people who will help you in this journey, and you would also see, and I would say fast movement, because I do have temperance and the chariot. So while temperance is a slower energy, there's a strong need here, of course, of a balance coming in, okay? If you see, she's pouring between two cups, and there is a yin yang energy that is always represented in the chariot, okay? So there's also a need for you to ground and balance between two different energies, the yin and the yang within you, the divine feminine and the divine masculine within you. And if you are doing already certain rituals and practices and focused on rewiring your mind to get to that centered, grounded place, you are going to see some rapid results and blessings coming in from these spiritual journeys and the acts that you've taken so far. If I have to talk about zodiacs quickly, there is Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Who else do I see here? I would say even a Gemini show up in this read for me. I don't see a lot of fire sign honestly here, but of course these are general readings, and these energies, when I'm calling these zodiacs, these are the energy of that zodiac that I'm talking about, right? Anybody could be embodying a particular energy and might not represent that, might not have those placements in their charts right then, okay? Your key guidance here, of course, is to focus on becoming more inclusive and learning how to become a part of teamwork, okay? Because there are going to be many projects, many opportunities, many circumstances wherein you need to come to a compromise. You need to give support to get support, okay? And you need to remain focused and learn more about your own craft while not try to do more than one thing at the same time. What I'm trying to say here is, with the Hierophant showing up, he's a teacher, okay? He's a guru. Okay, and there is whichever field you will get into, you need to pick up 1 to 2 things max and ace them, get some expertise in that, get into some learning, follow some leaders, and learn it end to end without trying to do too many things at the same time. Excuse me. And I'm sorry guys if you guys hear some background noises. There's a construction going on. I can't really help much. Okay. Also, that you need to know that eyes are on you. With Radha Rani and Three of Pentacles together, you are going to be the center of the attraction. If you are somebody who's into any space which requires public speaking, which requires social media marketing, which requires, I think there are so many roles now. If you're a teacher, if you are anybody who addresses a larger audience, okay, if you're anybody who needs to connect one-on-one with people to get their attention, you're going to get massive success here. Your seniors are also very, they're going to keep a strong eye on you, and if you perform well, if you stay focused, if you stay balanced, okay, if you stay balanced and you take action, you take that leadership role and you show your initiative and you show your proactiveness, you are going to get some, great rewards. The rewards would immediately show up for you because people are noticing every effort and every move that you're making. So right now is a great time to do not procrastinate, do not get lazy, do not get into that most of the times we are our own enemies because we know which project needs focus. We already know which relationship needs more time, which aspect of our life are we ignoring, but we still somehow in our our lower vibes energy do not want to act on it. With the Chariot showing up, a strong guidance is to act and take action, take control of your life and move ahead with confidence. Along with throat chakra, I would say do solar chakra meditations and solar chakra healing. Okay, so throat and solar, of course the heart, in case you have any heart chakra blockages and you feel that you're not very receptive, you struggle with coordinating and cooperating and liaisoning with other people, that's a clear indication that your heart chakra needs help. Okay, I don't know what is happening, but every day I am seeing 12 12 20 times in a day. So I just saw 12 12. If you're also seeing 12 12 and 12 21, because that's another number I just saw, you need to write in the comments below and claim this reading, okay, because that's just affirmative that this reading is for you. With the Radha Rani showing up, going back to the relationship and the love life blessing, okay, if you've had one-sided love affairs which has hurt you, you will find healing, okay. Unrequited love would be healed. If I turn this for you and I'll read this for you, faith in the power of love. Love is clearly coming to your way. You're going to attract the right kind of partners towards you. Ability to win the heart of one's beloved, increased devotion and attainment of divine love, liberation from the pains of thwarted love. Like I said, she, if you don't know about Radha, she's the beloved of Krishna, okay, and while she didn't marry Krishna, there is no better love story than theirs, okay. They have the kind of a love story that has I'm at a loss of words here because what I'm trying to explain here is that they've actually attained the spiritual union, okay. And I'm not saying that you're not going to marry the person that you love. That's not the energy, because clearly here, you do come into union and you do win the heart of the person you love. That's not what I'm trying to emphasize. The blessing here rather is way bigger than just coming into the material, this worldly union. It's talking about a union of, it's talking about a spiritual deep love. Okay, that is your next big opportunity. That is your next big blessing coming to you. You're going to receive a strong, spiritually rooted love. Okay, a partner. Temperance again also talks about that twin flame energy. If you are somebody who's in a twin flame journey, this is your reassurance, this is your affirmation that you are going to come to a better place. There is healing coming to your relationship, and all you need to do is ground yourself, heal your own, focus on your own healing. Okay, don't try to work on the partner or other people, work on yourself. Even if even from a career and a money standpoint, work on your own skill sets, focus on your own plate. try and do better work as to whatever you can do, instead of trying to give other people suggestions of what they can do better, or getting into a critical mode of what they are not doing enough. Okay. I think that's a lot of messages covered already. You might also gain more devotion when it comes to your spiritual practices. Okay, you'll find a way to connect to the divine. You'll feel more spiritually inclined. You'll take out more time to connect with the source, or the universe, or the God, or whichever religion or spiritual practice you want to associate with. But clearly, with this crystal as well, just to take a minute as to talk about this crystal with celandonite clearly talks about earthly abundance, right? That opportunity coming in, that heart getting the right partner, all of that is the earthly abundance. And then ephemerolite is clearly that clarity, okay, that taking that grounded action towards what you need to work upon, and then that action turning into a massive blessing is what this pile's energy is. Okay. You might also receive many opportunities to travel within the next 1 year. Okay, you're going to go places, and I mean outstation travel, as in short trips as well as long trips. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to go meet people from other cultures, and movement. Okay, if you feel like you're stuck and nothing's moving, movement is also your blessing. You might want to get into yoga or some sort of a physical activity, because that would definitely help you get to the next stage of your life. Okay, get to where you're aiming to get with your physical fitness. I think right now is a great time for you to start a new regime, and then obviously stick to it. You will see the results. Okay, whenever you see a tarot read, guys, there are many suggestions and many guidance that spirit will give you. Unless you're the one who's ready to take that action, nothing really moves for you. Okay, a strong message again always when Radha shows up for me, because I am ruled by the nakshatra that she rules. If you do not know about Vedic astrology, you can go to astrosage.com. There's an app as well as there's a website, and this is not any collaboration, by the way. I'll give you the links below. You can go to the website or download the app and put in your birth chart details and get your birth chart, and then see what all nakshatras fall into your chart. Okay, nakshatras are 27 constellation systems which govern our birth chart, and every pada of the constellation has a particular significance and impact on your life. Now, once you have seen your birth chart, or if you already know what your birth chart is, if you're somebody who has strong Vishakha nakshatra placements, Radha rules Vishakha nakshatra. Okay, Vishakha nakshatra is one of the nakshatras that falls in or if you're born in the zodiac of Libra or Scorpio, so October, November, or in fact even Taurus, around the time of April, May, or October, November. If your birthday falls in any of this is your double confirmation for the blessings that are coming your way. Okay, you are going to get into more alignment with where your higher life purpose is. That is for sure. You will get better teachers. Authority figures will work better with you. That's another strong message for this pile. I think that's a lot of blessings that we've already covered for your particular pile. If the reading did resonate, do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and go follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy the content there if you like the reading here. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked pile 2. I'm really sorry if you hear background noises. I can't help it. There's a construction going on. Okay. You've picked the pile citrine, and let's talk about the stone for a minute before I move to the cards. Okay. This stone is, while it strongly works on solar plexus, it is a very powerful stone for all 7 chakras. Okay, if you don't know what chakras are, guys, please do your homework on that, because throughout this tarot reading, throughout most tarot readings, there's going to be a lot of referencing of chakras and chakra healing and chakra balancing. Please do your homework, and trust me, this is going to be your life changer, a game changer for you. I've never heard anybody complain that it did not work for them. Across 20 years of studying all of this, this is something everybody must know. I wish the school education system was teaching us this, but that's a different rant for another time. Okay. With citrine as the stone that you're attracted to, you need to clearly come more into your personal power, and the cards do reflect that as well. What do I mean by coming into your personal power? Sometimes, and excuse my nails because I'm too lazy and have too much to do these days. Okay. sometimes we work really hard, okay, and we're doing everything technically by the books correct, okay, but unless we feel powerful, unless we feel connected, unless we truly believe at the core of our heart that we deserve good things to come to us, that we deserve wealth, we deserve money, and we don't have money blockages that hold us back from receive abundance, all your good work or your hard work kind of only generates 60% effort, okay. I feel a lot of you have had that kind of a cycle wherein you give 100% but you pretty much receive 80% as a return, okay. You're not the kinds who would give in 20% and get 130%, okay. I want you to go read about your own birth chart's Jupiter placement. I have a strong inclination to ask you to do that. There are many websites on which you can easily find your free birth chart. Pull up your birth chart. That's another thing I will strongly recommend. Everybody must know their own personal chart placements, and then read about what does your Jupiter mean, what kind of placements do you have in Jupiter, which house is it placed in, and that will give you a lot of clarity as to what you need to currently work upon, okay. Jupiter currently has gone retrograde in the sign of Pisces as per Western astrology, and in the sign of Aquarius in the Vedic astrology, okay. I will be making a read around that as well, and I strongly recommend you to go watch the solar eclipse in Gemini reading already posted. That would, I will share the link with you down below, because this pile has some strong messages that come from that as well, okay. So these were some messages that I wanted to begin with you for. And now that we move on with the read, what I want you to understand is that Tower as a card, okay, has two different significance in itself. One is when you don't do what needs to be done, the universe will step in and take that action, and it strongly links to the quote, if you've heard it, either you let go or you get dragged, okay. So if you're holding on to something, if you're clinging to something which is not working, that tower, that delusionary Killa, as they call it in Hindi, is going to get broken and shattered, okay. And that breakthrough, that breaking down is extremely important for you to reach the next level of abundance and growth that you truly deserve. When the Tower and the Sun show up together, it clearly indicates, now Sun has two messages, okay. Sun will always be the card that brings in abundance. It's the life source. It's the, it's an overall upliftment of energy, okay. It's overall happiness. It's getting an overall contentment in life. But it's also the light bringer. So it will shed light. It will make you face and come into, the absolute truth, or facing the truth of whatever is not working, okay. One of your strongest blessings, which is going to happen very soon, and I mean like very soon, or perhaps already happening while you're watching this reading, your delusions and illusions are going to get broken or spread light on. You will no longer be able to sell yourself the kind of excuses or, bullcrap that you've been telling of why things don't work for you, or why other people, anything that holds you back will be so glaringly evident in front of you that in itself is going to be a big blessing. Whether it's people, whether it's your own thought patterns, whether it's your, the habits that you bring in, you will come into absolute clarity as to what needs to be broken down, and that awareness is going to be the strongest blessing, okay. When you know what to do, that's half the job done, right? So that's clearly one of the blessings that's coming your way. You will get a download from the universe, one after the other, as to what needs to be fixed, what needs to be worked upon, and whether you want to or whether you're not. That's the two-edged sword here, okay. You will be put under situations, you will be put in places wherein you'll have to take an action, okay, wherein you'll have to learn to come into your personal power. This is a brilliant stone for you to work with for the next 2 to 3 months at least. This with these two showing up, I also want to talk about your money blockages. What are money blockages? What you need to work on, and you will get a lot of success if you're able to do this. No blessing or opportunity can come to you unless you are taking the needed action. You can listen to 100 tarot readings and 1,000 astrological prophecies, but nothing will come to truth for you if you don't act, okay. The number 24 could be very significant to you. That's a message that came very clearly. You might be seeing 2424 or 666 or combinations of the number 6 as angel number confirmations. Okay, threes is also another thing that you might be seeing. Fives, 555, 333, 333, those are the kind of numbers that you might be seeing as a pile or as an angel number repeatedly. Okay, if you are, please do tell me in the comments below. That kind of confirms for other people, that they are able to resonate with the energy that they've just heard. What are money blockages? Money blockages is when we actually want money. So let's say I want $1 billion, right? And I really want it. I think I really want it. But subconsciously, I'm also, sometimes aware and sometimes not aware that I have certain blockages around receiving that amount that I hope I get. I might feel that I'm not worthy enough. I might feel I'm not deserving of it. I might feel I will lose my friends and my people if I become rich. I might feel that rich people are mean. I might have grudges against people who hold wealth. All of these are blockages, right? You are not in alignment. Money is nothing but an energy source, right? It's the source or the energy of abundance. It's that frequency of feeling wealthy, of being provided, of being rich in itself, right? If you have money blockages that hold you back, that make you question the need of money itself, some people will constantly rant that they want money to go away and money is not a good thing. Most of those people, if you notice, don't have money. Okay, and some of them who have money are not grateful for that money. Some of them are getting into debts because they are consistently cursing the energy, and the higher source is never in alignment with that. Okay, so if you have any kind of a money blockages, before you even get into doing money rituals or spell jars and all of that, first work upon clearing your money blockages. Okay, if you'd like me to do some rituals or videos around breaking money blockages and how do we work on that, please do let me know in the comments below. I'd accordingly love to make a video for you. So that's one blessing that definitely comes in. These are things that why do I call these blessings and opportunities? Because only when you work on those things, you get the next quantum leap, you get the next big chunk of wealth coming in your way. And please understand, wealth and success and abundance are clearly what will show up for you if you're able to act on these things. If you don't try to grasp on things that need to be let go of, and you make some grounded, focused progress towards some inner work and some shadow work and some healing of chakras. Root chakra healing is extremely important for you. Get grounded, spend some time outside, drink enough water, spend time with Mother Earth, do some work with your hands, surround yourself with the color red. There are many mudras you'll find, the yoga mudras for root chakra meditation. Focus on your root chakra. Okay, that's one thing. Focus on your solar plexus, that's the second chakra. Okay, those two chakras, if you have the confidence and if you know that you're grounded, that you're safe, that you're protected, that you don't have to do all of this alone, that in itself is going to be your biggest healing and your opportunity. Moving on towards actual work or tangible opportunity. Something will break apart and something else will slowly grow. Okay, if you're working on something, I want you to remain patient with the progress you've made so far. Don't drop something that you've been working on just because it is moving slow. Continue to work on it if you feel that it is bringing you emotional satisfaction. If you intuitively are aware that I've been working on this project for about 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, I've been learning something and I might not be getting the immediate money out of it, but I am aware that I'm getting some kind of a long-term benefit to where I am. Please continue to stick with it, because that is going to turn into some massive completion and some massive success for you. Okay, you're also going to get a lot of opportunities to travel. And by travel, I mean travel wherein you meet and new people, and that meeting and that collaborative energy, the other people that you will meet will bring in more success, will expand your mind, and they will bring you better opportunities. There is clearly again a teamwork spirit here that is needed. You also asked to remember that you're not separate. Okay, what do I mean by that? Sometimes we get into the space wherein we are intentionally or unknowingly trying to there's a stark balance between independence, wherein we want to do things on our own, and self-sufficiency, versus getting into an ego mode wherein we feel that other people aren't good enough and they can't work on my project, they can't help me, they can't understand me. I'm in this way you're isolating yourself, and somewhere, knowingly or unknowingly, your ego is putting you on a pedestal, right? There are people who can help you, there are people who will understand you. You just need to go out and ask for help, right? So you need to, if you just spend 5 minutes in a day, okay, and I'm then going to come back to the card that you've picked. Yamuna Devi is a god of purification. If you can just spend 5 minutes trying to grow a connection to the divine source, a lot of abundance will anyway start flowing into your world. You're currently very disconnected from the source, okay? You feel very lonely or cut off or not great things happening to you because you're disconnected from the source. Okay, once your inner faith rises, you will automatically see abundance flow in. You'll automatically see projects coming into successful closures. You are going to get a lot of new projects which, at the end of this 6-month cycle, which would feel as if they've been a continuation of something that you've done in the past, like an upgrade of something that you've already completed, okay? Again, like I said, travel is very strongly coming in. You're going to get a lot of travel opportunities and traveling to places that you've perhaps had, as your dream destinations for a really long time, okay? With 7 of Pentacles here, a key need for you is to remain patient, okay? I can't reiterate on that word of patience again and again. Self-purification, joy of divine playfulness, absorption in spiritual truth, and attachment to God's personal form. Like I said, you need to develop and especially Vishnu is a god, or forms of Vishnu, so Krishna, Vishnu, Ram, whichever god you want to connect with, or if you are somebody from the faith of Christianity, of course you might, you want to reach out to Jesus. There is a need for you, the more you get connected to the spiritual path, the more you understand your life purpose, the more open you are to sharing your projects with other people, the more abundance will flow in. Okay, there are some massive breakthroughs and money opportunities that will come your way in the next 3 to 4 months. You need to focus on clearing yourself out of the, I'm not trying to call you toxic, but I'm trying to say that you do have certain toxic patterns or certain toxic mindsets around money, around abundance, around growth. Okay, and you would be aware at your personal level what those things are, okay? If you don't know and none of that, I would say the first place to start with is today, once you're done watching this reading, go to Google, do some research on chakras, take a chakra test, and spend 15 minutes doing a root chakra meditation, okay? Come back tomorrow and tell me if your day had a significant change. Please do so, and do let me know if you actually saw some practical benefits from taking 15 minutes to do a root chakra meditation. Okay, if you struggle with meditation and 15 minutes is a long time, give it 3 minutes, but you will see a significant change. Okay, do that today, and I hope to see some comments tomorrow around this. Citrine also asks you to remember that you are good enough to be the leader. Okay, don't put yourself down. If you are showing that you're strong enough and you're capable enough to take up more responsibilities will be given to you. If you're shying away, if you're underconfident, if you don't ask for more responsibilities, you're not going to get more responsibilities. I again saw 3333, so that could be again a confirmation number for you. If you don't know what that angel number is, you might want to Google that and know more about that as well. Okay. Overall, what is the blessing or the next opportunity coming? You are going to get to see, you're going to get awareness. The key word for you here, your next blessing is hyper awareness. You will be aware what is working, what is not working, and you will be able to take the due action needed to course correct. Okay, don't quit on your big dreams, rather own your big dreams and then do the course correction needed to reach that destination. Okay, the second big blessing coming in for you is that you would be asked and you would feel that inclination to create your divine practices, to get more connected to the divine source. Okay, the third more blessing that is coming for you is patience. And trust me, the older I get, the more I understand people who are born with patience Oh my God, you don't realize what big of a virtue that is. 80% of the life problems that happen for most of us, at least of our generation, is because we don't have patience, right? So somebody who has mastered the art of patience has such a massive blessing, such a massive mental peace, which is in itself is the strongest blessing that somebody can get. Okay, I hope this reading resonated with you, and if it did, if you do find some help in all the practices I just gave you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Do tell me in comments below what did you think. Your feedback really means the world to me. Take care and wish you a wonderful week ahead. Hello and welcome to those of you who's picked this beautiful stone labradorite. I absolutely love this one. It's a personal favorite. This is a great stone for, again, all 7 chakras, especially the third eye, the throat, and the crown. Okay, so those clearly, if you've picked this, you should work on the, one clear thing though. I'm sorry, I'm having speech issues with Mercury retrograde. Okay. There are many tarot readings that you can sit and watch and astrology predictions, but nothing's going to work for you if you don't actually take the tangible actions, and if you actually don't work on the remedies that are being repeatedly told to you. If you're following Tarot Pal, do your homework on chakras, okay? You need to do some chakra healing. You need to actually work on creating a meditation practice for you for 5 to 10 minutes a day. You need to get into inner work. You need to get into shadow work. You need to work on yourself, right? All the tarot readings are going to be a waste if you don't take tangible action to do what needs to be done. These are guidance, these are energies, and divination will tell you where to go. You need to take the step, right? There is free will, there is karma, and there is destiny. What you do is karma, and karma will always overrule destiny, okay? On that note, some of you might want to listen to pile 2. In case you were confused between pile 2 and 3, definitely go hear that. Even if you weren't, I would strongly recommend that you go hear pile 2, because seems like there's a very strong energy that mixes between the two of you, okay? First of all, I want to start with the dodecahedron, the sacred geometry shape that you've picked for yourself as the core guidance. This, as a sacred geometry, asks us to think about what unity conscious is, what collective consciousness means to you. It's a very feminine symbol. It represents the entanglement of every soul being connected to another. Both metaphysics and quantum physics have confirmed that every particle is linked and connected with every other particle, right? I mean, doesn't matter which kind of theory you prescribe with, we are all interlinked. One thing that shifts, one ripple effect, has a strong impact on the entire universe, right? You need to move from that polarized space and move towards unity, which is why I said you need to hear pile 2 as well. One of the strongest blessings coming for you is you're going to get into that space wherein you actually feel more connected, you feel more understood, you feel more accepted, you feel more worthy, and your self-love, in simple terms, are going to rise. Your self-confidence and your self-esteem about who you are is going to rise. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry for the background noise. Apologies. Like I said, it's a noisy household and there are dogs and cats. You'll get used to it with time. I hope so. Okay. Back to dodecahedron. When you come into that connected space, you automatically attract more abundance and blessings, right? People want to be around people who are engaging, who are active listeners, who care to exchange ideas and actually have an open-minded approach towards life, right? All of those blessings are coming your way. You're going to see an improved personality, okay? That's your first blessing. I think that's the keyword I want to give you. There's going to be strong self-development focus, and those efforts that you make in the self-development arena will help you, okay? You will see the results come in very fast, okay? With the devil showing up, don't be scared with the devil showing up. There could be a strong Capricorn in your life who guides you through the next journey. Also, you will become more work focused, okay? I have a very twisted way of explaining this, and you don't have to agree to me. Hustle and align are two different energies. I have workaholic tendencies. I have a job and I do and I run Tarot Pal, and I love both my jobs, and I'm always in that doing, creating. I love money, and I am ambitious, so I relate to workaholism at a certain level. I understand the need to be productive, to be doing, to be taking action, to be working on your dreams, to feel contentment, and all of that is great. All of that is not something to be shamed at. All of that is very much important. This is our divine masculine side, which wants to create, which wants to control, which wants to achieve. All of that is going to rise in you. I have a beautiful balancing here of the divine feminine and the divine masculine with the devil and the dodecahedron, okay? Devil implies passion, okay? Devil is getting mad passionate about the things that bring you joy. If you're mad passionate about unity consciousness, if you're mad passionate about anything in life which has a good associated with it, you're going to create massive progress, right? You're going to achieve great things. So you're going to get passionate. If you're somebody who's always struggled with not having a life purpose, not knowing where, what really drives you, you're going to receive more clarity around where your life purpose lies. You're going to get more passionate. You're going to feel more motivated to take the action that needs to be taken, okay? Those are the blessings and opportunities that I clearly see coming your way. Of course, with the devil showing up, you're being asked to remain careful that you do not overindulge, right? Don't forget to rest. Don't get alcoholic, or don't start smoking, or don't do anything else that numbs out or creates, careful of your coffee intake. Those are things that destroy your body just because you're trying to give them that temporary, kick. That's a very important thing. With the blessings card, I'm going to turn Sheshnak for you and read this for you first. Your patience is clearly going to increase, right? Your ability to serve with humility, okay? Why is that a blessing for you? Can you understand that the universe wants to always bless those through, whichever God you believe in, we can't expect that God is going to start showing up on our doors and knock our doorbell and tell us, hey, you asked me for, 1 crore rupees, here you go, right? It's going to create certain channels and certain ways for you to receive it. The divine is constantly blessing those who are open and eager to be that channel for the divine, to reach out and help the needy, to reach out and do the work that needs to be done. So if you have the ability to serve with humility, that is a blessing, because you automatically become the vessel which is attracting abundance, the vessel which is attracting more power, because when you have power is given to you to serve. Leadership is to serve, and you will get more leadership opportunities, primarily because your devotion, your passion, again, for any particular field, whichever one you're connected with, is going to rise, right? And with that, with the devil, it's a strong personality, okay? There's a strong earth sign energy here, by the way, guys. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Also, flexibility. While passion is great, you're going to become more flexible. I think because of the earth sign energy heavy here, earth signs typically tend to be slightly rigid. They only want to do things their way, and the tried and tested comfortable way that they're comfortable at. You need to move on from that. It's good to establish healthy boundaries though, okay? With people especially who have been toxic to you, if this is relationships, if you've been in a toxic relationship, if you've been in a karmic relationship which has been very painful, you will gradually get into this, one more unity consciousness you get yourself aligned to, the more power you would have to break out of this, karmic tie, to break out of this narcissistic relationship. You'll develop that strong belief, okay? That belief system will get stronger when it comes to what you deserve and what you stand with, and that in itself is going to turn towards your biggest blessing, because you're going to cut off people who are not good for you. You're going to cut off people who do not appreciate the success and the value add you bring into, you're trying to achieve, right? Also, you're going to receive some gifts, okay? You're going to get, I feel maybe from family, you're going to get some gift. You might receive some hereditary money, some sort of a large sum, if it has to be money, or some sort of a sentimental gift which truly means the world to you, which you've been waiting for, which you've been hoping for, that is going to show up, okay? You're also being asked to do a lot of charity work in the next 3 to 6 months at least, because the more you give, the more you'll get back, okay? So if you want to get 100 rupees, trust me, give 100 rupees, you'll get 1000 rupees back. Okay, that really works. There would be more creative projects and ideas that come your way, and these are going to be massive successes because these will come from your heart. If you're an entrepreneur who's into creativity, if you're an artist, some great times ahead roll for you. You're going to get, and I just saw 444. The angels will support you. Any kind of a new romance that comes up your way, I would say, after, be very careful that whatever blessings I'm talking about, guys, are very much linked to the action you take that is needed to get these blessings, right? When we read tarot and when we read our oracle, we are reading the energy, we are reading possibilities which are possible for you, and it is a guidance. Only when you act on the guidance, the possibility perhaps gets stronger, right? So if you are able to do the healing work that is needed, you will come in contact with possibly a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who will hold a lot of love. Okay, you need to grow your self-love, and the more self-love you have, the more loving relationships are coming your way. Okay, trust is another strong factor that you need to build, but before you trust anyone else, I want you to work on trusting yourself. I want you to go to Google, spend some time, watch some webinar, read a self-help book, whichever way works for you, okay? But you need to focus on building your self-esteem, okay? Self-esteem is something this pile clearly had some issues with or is struggling with, and you need to develop that self-esteem, okay? If you were confused between 2 and 3, please do go listen to 2, because I think a lot of messages are already covered there, and there is a strong energy mix match between 2 and 3. Okay, I hope these readings help you, and if they do, please do hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you don't miss out on any of the readings. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Take care.